to move up out of all the lefts and rights. So we're going to see this now, but it'll be a consistent fight throughout, all the way around till we get round to the finish. We do the lap, but no team is going to let off in this situation at all.
Narrow roads, lots of people on the road here. As we get the car trying to come through, and is getting nervous because the gap's getting down to 30 seconds, and once it's below 30 seconds, normally those cars are pulled out for safety.
Yes, well, we can see the neutral car and you know, the race cars, they have to get ahead here, and when you're in a city like this, you have to get ahead earlier than late, because the peloton is coming up, and we can see where the Alderson de Koning rider is pushing on. He's really putting the pressure on the front of the peloton, and the gap is coming down. And yeah, as I said, spectators as well, that's a concern, and that's something when you are a domestique for the GC men, not to ride too tight to the left or right, just keep that little bit of space in case a spectator does push out a bit and cause problem for your leader. So that will be also on the minds of the riders, and we're seeing there's going to be a lot of spectators here. But the good thing is the roads are wide, and that is going to be that bit safer, because with the wide roads, more space.
That's one thing I was going to mention, Sean, is that the spectators without the barriers around the circuit, they're all wanting to get a look in. There's a few barriers here, but a lot of them are standing out. But with a lead out, traditionally, they will either go on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the road, so they can see, they can block, they can stay in a safe position. When it's like this, it's like you said, Sean, they've got to stay in the middle, and to do that, you're going to have to put down the most amount of power to stay in the middle. And just noticing there, the rider that has come to the front of the middle, Jasper Philipsen, the favourite for today, right back up at the front once again.
Alderson de Koning not taking any chances in the first passage through Zaragoza. They want him towards the front and out of danger, able to contest the sprint. 29 seconds is the gap. This is the look at the peloton. Just under 25 kilometres to go.
There's the sprinters and lead-out trains in that front part, and then everyone else behind is, we'll be all right back here, lads.
Surviving. The red jerseys there.
Yes, well, we can see further back in the peloton, the riders that not have an interest and can't do anything in this final. They're leaving the gaps open and giving a little bit of space here, and we will see a lot of those riders now, you know, just knocking off the effort and just cruising in and thinking of other days in this race. But we can see in the front of the peloton, you still have that 60 70 riders, and that is difficult. And we did see a moment ago there, the front of the peloton, the way they're pushing, the moment there's a little bit of space, somebody just sprinting up on the left or right to try and make it to the front.
And in the breakaway, it's breaking up. At the front is Bao, just about holding the wheels, Sami Thier, and Fauda, well, he's the climber out of the three, and he has lost contact.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult in this situation just to try and hold on to at least 30 seconds for probably another 5 kilometres. These guys have been out there all day, pushing into a headwind as well, so long day in the saddle for these gentlemen. So it's no surprise that the climber, especially Far, has gone out the back.
This is the look at the finish, as Hannes was saying, ever so slightly downhill. There is Bao across the line first. The bell will ring here. One lap in and around Zaragoza, city of almost 700,000 people in northern Spain, as the Vuelta comes to town for the first time here in a couple of years. Breakaway, breaking up. Bao, Sami Thier alone. Fauda just a few hundred metres behind him. And here comes 26 seconds behind what is the peloton of the Vuelta. Red jersey there, fifth wheel. That's the race leader, Torsten Træn of Norway. 23 kilometres to go. Sprint chances are at a premium in this race. There is one coming up here, though, we can say that with almost certainty now.
TNT Sports coverage of La Vuelta is sponsored by ServiceNow.
This guy's vision, not normal. Tuesday and Wednesday nights aren't normal. Thursdays are wild too. Normal can sling its hook. With all these competitions in one place, this is not normal.
The Spicy McNuggets side mission. McNuggets have leveled up. Maximum flavour. Heat mode on. Crispy crunch. And a spicy dip with a kick. Ah, You ready?
If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. Success begins with a person's will. It's a state of mind.
What would you give for a mortgage-free lifestyle in beautiful Cornwall? How about just 99p? This Sunday, we're giving you the chance to win this brand new 4-bedroom house worth 750 grand, this Volkswagen Golf R, and 10 grand cash. Only a stone's throw from some of the best beaches in the UK, this could be the best 99p you ever spend. So what are you waiting for? Head to dreamcargiveaways.co.uk to enter now. Good luck.
Such a good day.
It's such a good day. Such a good day.
Such a good day.
Dacia Spring, 100% electric. The UK.
Football manager ever isn't Sir Alex Ferguson, isn't Bob Paisley, isn't Sir Matt, isn't Sir Alf. It's Brian Clough.
We knew he was going to say that.
Cycling on TNT, presented by Lidl.
The most combative rider of the day award is up for grabs at its local rider, Sami Thierry, who made a bit of a sprint there to try and make sure he's the last man standing. Looks around, quick chat with John Ball. They've got to get organised again, because if they keep attacking here, then they'll be caught very quickly.
Yeah, they've had one each so far, haven't they? So they're both trying to get that combativity award to get on the podium at the end of the day. But they've got to shake each other off to do so. It's almost like they're not concentrated on the finish in itself, but getting on the podium. So we might see him playing around, but ultimately, like you say, it's last man standing out of these two. And yeah, they're going to have to take a few swings yet, I think.
Problem is, they're realists. They know that they aren't going to survive to the end unless, you know, a flock of sheep comes in from out of town and comes across the road here, Sean.
Yes, well, they know it's you know, it's just number for them how long more they're going to stay out in front here, but they all want to get that combativity award, and we do see all the time in the breakaways there's always a fight at the end, you know, who's going to be the last man standing to get that award.
Just on the right hand side there, those sort of little curbs that were placed, luckily no one came down on them and no one hit them, but you can just see them there on the left, with a little bit of tape over the top of it. But if that carries on around the town, like Sean said earlier, staying in the middle of the road, being at the front, making sure whoever's in front of your teammate points them out, because always in these situations where you can see a gap to move up, if you're badly positioned, you will take it, and sometimes you might not see those little bumps. So hopefully that will be the last of them throughout this lap.
The gap is coming down quickly. I was surprised there was you know, where it was, and it's come down rapidly now, 12 seconds as we can see here, but you can see in the front of the peloton that just now they know 18 kilometres plus to go. They have this one closed, and here we go. Sami Thierry is going to just try and be the last man out in front here on this little kick up, but the peloton certainly have knocked off the pace because they know they're going to close this one down. We just want to leave them hang out there for a few more kilometres.
Drombal, the man whose surname means bull, still in the ring, right on the wheel, and they're both in the big ring, desperately trying to pull those bikes further away from the advancing peloton. But it's just 13 seconds as Movistar still on the left as we look at it. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe as we looked at it then on the right, now here on the left, also looking after their GC riders, one of whom, Jai Hindley, jettisons one of his bottles to the watching fans.
I'm intrigued. Is that Turner still at the back there? It's Filippo Ganna, but just in front of him, I think it's Ben Turner, then Michał Kwiatkowski. So I think for those guys, they are